Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Friday, August 23rd, around 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 2024. The eruption on the Reykjanes Peninsula continues in spectacular fashion. The eruption now isolating itself into two major portions of the fissure. We'll have more on the update as a tropical storm makes its way towards Hawaii. Keep calm. It's boom time. Quick look at the Central Pacific tropical cyclones. We've got Tropical Storm Hone headed its way towards the Big Island, and Hurricane Gilma, a Cat 1 storm that will dissipate and move towards the north. Gilma is not really the storm to watch. It's going to lose strength and eventually become a tropical depression by Wednesday before it moves north of the Big Island. The big story is Hone. Tropical Storm Hone is going to become a major hurricane sometime before it passes or after it passes the Big Island of Hawaii. And it's going to be very close offshore. So there's going to be major effects to the Big Island by 8 p.m. Saturday, maybe midday Saturday as the storm approaches. So let's take a look at the key message. Here's the key message for wind for Tropical Storm Hone, which will be rapidly approaching the Big Island. Tropical storm conditions are possible in the watch area late Saturday into Sunday. Winds are expected to be strongest where they blow downslope from higher terrain over headlands and through passes. Hone is expected to produce storm total rainfall of 5 to 10 inches over mainly windward and southeast facing slopes of the Big Island, with locally higher amounts. Rainfall totals of 2 to 4 inches will be possible over portions of the smaller islands, mainly windward. Swells generated by Tropical Storm Hone are expected to begin reaching the Hawaiian Islands over the weekend, and these swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip currents. So heed the warnings, don't get sucked out to sea, and be safe. Heat wave continues for the southern plains. Tropical Storm Hone is passing south of Hawaii. The ongoing heat wave with high temperatures in the upper 90s, oh, say it ain't so, and even triple digits will remain over the southern plains into Saturday, likely breaking several additional daily records. The big story is the rest of the country is well below normal, but they're not talking about that. Tropical Storm Hone will pass south of the Hawaiian Islands this weekend, strengthening into a hurricane briefly southwest of Hawaii late Sunday into Monday. A tropical storm watch and flood watch have been issued. Quick look at the GFS model as we move it through here day by day. Shows continued wet monsoonal pattern in the Four Corners region. Very little activity in the rest of the U.S. until maybe midweek where we see some rain in the northeast. Seismic update, no quakes of note, moderate activity worldwide, but nothing spectacular or of interest. What is of interest is the widening cracks close the chain of craters road on the Big Island. And this is due to magma that is being in place near Kilauea. And now the chain of craters road closed due to widening cracks. So we'll keep a close eye on Hawaii as we wait for the next eruption. Eruption, you say? Eruption we have. We have the 6th eruption since December on the Reykjanes Peninsula, and a spectacular one at that. Huge amounts of lava effusion. The town of Grindavik, the Blue Lagoon, all have been evacuated. And we will have links to the live eruption below. Worldwide volcano news. Sangay to 20,000 foot today. White Island continues its uptick to 6,000 foot. Fuego to 15,000 foot. Take a look at the Svartsengi volcano overnight. Let's open this image. You could see the fantastic lava flow there coming from that massive 4-kilometer fissure, which has now been reduced to just 2 zones. And we'll get to that in just a moment. Ibu volcano today to 8,000 feet. Sabankai to 24,000. White Island to 6. Sabankai to 24,000. Merapi, 14,000 foot puff. Ibu, 8,000 foot. And here we have the position of the fissure. No threats for Grindavik nor main roads at the moment as lava is traveling north. And that's good news. According to the Icelandic Coast Guard, the lava fountaining became concentrated at 2 centers north of Stora Skagafell. And so you can see 1, 2, 1, 2. Who knew? Now you do. White Island puffing and passing, continuous low-level eruption today. Merapi also on the list. Sangay 21,000 feet. Liwatobi, 7,000-foot puff, wrapping up worldwide volcano news for the 23rd. A quick look at space weather, and we do have some activity today. Moderate M flares kicking off from a new active region, turning around the limb. Newly assigned AR 3800, located high in latitude in the southeast quadrant, produced several M flares on Friday. This region is showing steady growth and will be monitored for additional activity. AR 3800 is suddenly a bit of a firecracker. In addition to the M3.4, earlier today, the region produced an M5.1 flare at 2012 UTC. The latest magnetic image shows the presence of 2 small magnetic deltas within the center of the group. Stay tuned for more booms. This baby is quite well magnetically mixed. 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all calm now, but ISWA showing a CME headed towards Earth. And so that forecast may change in the morning. Now let's talk about the stranded Boeing Starliner astronauts. They plan to hitch a ride home with SpaceX, but their spacesuits are not compatible with Elon Musk's spacecraft. Another faux pas from Boeing, which is Boeing gone. And it's not a question of when, it's a question of if these astronauts will even return. The biggest diamond in over a century is found in Botswana, a whopping 2,492 carats. I thought I was the biggest diamond in the last century, but I do digress. Botswana's president Mogawitsi Masi holds the large diamond discovered in Botswana on Thursday, and no one has seen it since. A new study reveals devastating power and colossal extent of giant underwater avalanches. Now, these features, which are now confirmed to be underwater avalanches, were used by Doug Vogt to propose that the oceans drain during catastrophic events in our past, which couldn't be further from the truth. The good news is this paper corroborates the fact that these are submarine gravity flows and have nothing to do with tsunamis or the ocean dropping or anything like that, as some people would have you believe. All the links will be below. Tomorrow, Leah and I are going to be discussing some very important new papers coming out, including the roles of Earth's albedo variations and the top of the atmosphere energy imbalance in recent warmings, i.e., it's not you, it's not CO2, it's the sun. We'll also be talking about an ice-free Greenland, as well as, well, an ice-free Greenland. And maybe we'll even get to the Mendenhall Glacier and show how there were forests underneath glaciers that are melting now just a few thousand years ago. How do you like them apples? This is big news. A town urges curfew over mosquito-spread disease that kills up to 50% of people, and it's in the United States. The disease is Eastern equine encephalitis. It's rare in the U.S., but when it strikes, it kills 50% of the people. And unfortunately, a small town in Massachusetts is urging residents to stay indoors in the evenings after the spread of dangerous mosquito virus reached critical risk levels. The virus causes Eastern equine encephalitis, or triple E, which kills between 30 and 50% of the people who are stricken, who are often children under the age of 15 and the elderly. Around half of who survive are left permanently disabled, and some die within a few years due to complications. There is no treatment for triple E. So far, one person in the town, an elderly resident in Oxford, has already become seriously ill with the neuroinvasive Eastern equine encephalitis. So, bad news if you live near this town in Massachusetts. The good news is you could stay inside and stay alive. Leah and I are going to be giving a workshop Saturday and Sunday at the Crestone Energy Fair, September 14th and 15th. Seed Saving Permaculture Workshop. And it's going to be awesome. Saving seeds is, in fact, a political act. It makes us realize that we are the earth, and that the simple act of sowing, saving, planting, and harvesting seeds brings back memories of our oneness with the earth and the creative universe. Join Diamond and Leah from the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, sharing our seed-saving permaculture workshop, a hands-on immersive seed-saving demo with various types of local crops, and an open permaculture discussion Q&A. So join us September 14th and 15th at the Crestone Energy Fair. Well, and learn something that just may save your life. You may also learn something by watching Mark Morano's interview with us, The Great Reset and the Green Fraud, a total expose that is mind-blowing, and we implore you to share it with everyone. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video, watch the Mark Morano video, join us in Crestone, and be safe. We love you, and that's a boom.